Time now for Mornings with Metro segment, and today we're joined by Assistant Sheriff Andrew Walsh. Good morning. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Great to see you. So Metro recently had a press conference about an amazing case, a 32-year-old cold case that was solved thanks to advancements in DNA testing. Can you walk us through the case and talk about how it was solved with the new technology?
We got a donation from a person in the community that gave us enough money to actually leverage some technology that's out there in the private sector, and through that we were able to use DNA that had been found at a different crime scene to locate and identify who the murder suspect was in that case. He is also deceased at this point, so there'll be no criminal case following it, but something like that's really important. It highlights several things. One is obviously our commitment to investigating and solving murders and violent crime no matter how old they are, but also it brings a bit of closure to that family as well, to, you know, they finally know what happened and who did it.
Absolutely. Let's talk about a lot of cases. Seems like we've seen more this summer of pets left in hot cars, hot garages, and some of those pets didn't survive. What is Metro doing in these cases? What kind of charges do people face in these situations? And I mean, sometimes these dogs are suffering needlessly. So what happens to them?
Yeah, the temperature inside of a vehicle can get upwards of 140 degrees, and you know it's really sad because we do enough media on these things. We do enough advertising of, hey,
I do enough media.
Yeah, it's year in, year out, and this year we have a little over 20. I think it's 23 cases where we file criminal charges, and those charges can range from felonies to there's one felony charge for torturing and abusing an animal, to there's a misdemeanor charge. So the charges will vary depending upon the length of time and the severity of the injuries to the animal.
And it's very unfortunate. Well, kids are back to school this week. There was a press conference with CCSD Police and Metro. What is being done to keep the kids safe? They're trying to get readjusted back to the classroom.
At the first week, during the first week of school, we set up a command post to make sure that that week goes smooth, and that's the week we typically see people come back together for the first time, especially now. It could be an extended period of time before people have seen each other, so we make sure that that goes smooth. But then throughout the year, all the different things that go on with the different threats that come in. Hey, I heard this rumor that there's going to be a fight. I heard this rumor there's going to be, you know, a violent event in a park after school. All that stuff comes into our Fusion Center, and there's a mechanism where it's reported through the state as well, and that's coordinated through the Fusion Center, the Southern Nevada Counterterrorism Center, and that coordinates the response, and it coordinates what who the appropriate jurisdiction is to follow up on that. So it really is a joint effort. Even though the school district has their own police department, the force multiplier is all the other police departments in our jurisdiction.
Thank you, Assistant Sheriff Andrew Walsh. Appreciate you being here. As always, Mornings with Metro. It's one of our best segments. We appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.